It asks you to find the surface area of a prism. Okay, and the base is a regular polygon with 10 sides. Okay, so once again, I'm not going to sketch a 10-sided polygon here. I'm just going to kind of take a look at a couple examples of that. So here might be some sides from that base. Okay, so if I use this one reference triangle from that, or actually let me kind of sketch here, would be my prism. Okay, I know that it's got a height of 16, okay, and the base is 10 sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch one reference triangle from my base, make it a little bit bigger. I know that the length of each side is 31, so that's this length here. Also happens to be this whole length of my reference triangle. And so when I draw in my altitude here, I create my right triangle. Okay, well, in order for me to find this total surface area, I'm going to take two bases. Each base is 1/2 SAN, the area of a regular polygon. And then to that, I'm going to take the perimeter of my base times the height of my solid. Okay, so if I plug in the pieces that I know already, my 2's cancel. The side length was 31. I don't know my A value. I'll solve that here. My number of sides is 10. The perimeter is the length of each side times the number of sides, 10. So there's my total perimeter, and the height of my solid is 16. So I'm able to plug in all my pieces of information except this apothem measure. So if you recall from Chapter 7, when we identify an unknown piece in a regular polygon beside a regular hexagon, what we can do is we can take this angle right here and find it by taking 180 divided by the number of sides, which is 10. So this is going to be 18 degrees. If you know that's 18 degrees, you can use a trig ratio to find A, because with respect to this angle, we have the side opposite it. This leg is half of 31, so 15.5. We have our apothem that we're going to solve for, so that's opposite and adjacent. Opposite and adjacent are related by tangent. So the tangent of 18 degrees is going to equal opposite, 15.5, over adjacent A. And if we want to solve for A, we can multiply by both sides by A, divide both sides by the tan of 18, and we get our A value alone. So that can be plugged in right here, 15.5 divided by the tangent of 18 degrees. And so now we have our calculation ready to go. If I plug that in and solve, so 31 times 15.5 times 10, then I'll divide by the tan of 18. I'll put a decimal in there. Then plus 31 times 10 times 16. And when I hit enter for that, I get my solution, 19,748.27 approximately. The units here are inches. It's still an area, so square inches.